This video is sponsored by RKDF University, Radisson Blue.
In a shocking incident, more than 60 people were killed and hundreds were injured in an attack on a concert near Moscow. The attack is supposed to be the deadliest till date. The investigation is still underway. After initially criticizing India, Maldives President Mohammad Moizu now emphasized India's importance as a close ally. He urged New Delhi to reconsider debt relief for Maldives, which owes approximately $400.9 million. Previously, Moizu demanded the repatriation of Indian military personnel from India by May 10, shortly after assuming office in November. In a move that has sparked international controversy and condemnation, Israel announced on Friday that its seizure of 1,977 acres of land in the occupied West Bank. This development, termed the largest in the decades by the activists, has raised concerns globally. The announcement came from Israel's Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, coinciding with the arrival of US Secretary of State Antony Blinken for Gaza talks. In a shocking development, Russia has added what it calls the LGBT movement to a list of extremists and terrorist organizations. The move was in line with a ruling by Russia's Supreme Court last November that LGBT activists should be designated as extremists, which is a move that was feared by the gays and transgender people. The list is maintained by the agency called Rosinform Monitoring that has powers to freeze the bank accounts of the more than 14,000 people and entities designated as extremists and terrorists. The United Nations General Assembly on Thursday unanimously adopted the first global resolution on artificial intelligence that encourages countries to safeguard human rights, protect personal data, and monitor AI for risks. The non-binding resolution proposed by United States and co-sponsored by China over 120 other nations also advocates the strengthening of privacy and policy. Pakistan launched airstrikes on March 18 targeting suspected hideouts of Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan in Afghanistan, Khost and Paktika provinces. The Afghanistan Taliban reported responded by firing on Pakistani posts along the border. The airstrikes came days after the suicide attack on military post in northwestern Pakistan. Terror attacks in Pakistan have risen significantly in the past year. The United States proposed a ceasefire resolution for Gaza at United Nations Security Council, but it was vetoed by Russia and China. 11 members supported the resolution while 3, including Russia and China, opposed it. Algeria also voted against and Guyana abstained. Previously, the US has vetoed similar resolutions, citing concerns over disrupting hostage negotiation and defending Israel's right to self-defense following a Hamas attack in October 23. In a recent move, all of India's refiners have refused to take Russian crude carried on PJSC tankers due to US sanctions, further complicating the trade that has flourished since the invasion of Ukraine 2 years ago. Private and state-run processors, including the biggest Indian Oil Corp, have stopped taking cargoes if they are on the tankers, said people with familiar matter. Trump's Truth social media platform, launched in tumultuous aftermath of the January 6 Capitol attack, is poised for a Wall Street debut. Shareholders have approved the company's public listing, potentially boosting the former president's wealth amid mounting legal challenges. The British Army celebrated the Sikh festival of Hola Mohalla with several British Sikh officers from the Defence Sikh Network organising the annual spring festivities that showcase the spirit of courage, preparation and readiness. Defence Sikh Network said its members, mainly the soldiers from the British Army, celebrated the Sikh military festival by taking part in the military shooting competition, traditional Sikh martial arts and traditional Sikh military games. In a significant legislative development, New York lawmakers are currently advancing a bill aimed at legalizing adultery, a move that could mark the end of long-standing prohibition that has been in effect over a century. Under the proposed legislation, engaging in the extramarital sexual relation, which has been considered a criminal offense since 1907, would no longer be subject to legal sanctions. In a shocking incident, a burglar disguised as an Amazon delivery worker has stolen $35,000 in jewelry and valuables, including a 12-year-old, saving in a string of robberies across New York City. Linked to 9 apartment breaks-in from January 2023 to March 5, the suspect enters home through windows, as reported by the Fox News. The spree, ongoing for months, has targeted various neighborhoods in Queens. India and Bhutan on Friday exchanged several memorandum of understanding and signed agreements in the fields of energy, trade, digital connectivity, space and agriculture, and finalized the MOU on the establishment of rail links between the two nations. The MOUs were exchanged here in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Bhutanese counterpart Shering Tobgay during the ongoing visit of the Prime Minister Modi. A Pakistani court has sentenced a woman to life imprisonment for burning pages of the Islamic holy book, a prosecutor confirmed on Friday. The verdict underscored the strict enforcement of Pakistan's blasphemy laws, which mandate severe penalties including death for disrespecting religious or religious figures. Turkey's central bank has made an unprecedented move by raising its key interest rate to 50% in an effort to combat soaring inflation. The unexpected decision comes as households struggle with the rising cost of essential goods and services. According to the report from the AP, the sharp increase in the prices has placed a significant financial strain on families, making it increasingly challenging for them to afford basic necessities such as food, rent, and utilities. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made history on Friday by becoming the first non-Bhutanese recipient of the Order of the Druk Gyalpo, Bhutan's highest civilian award. The honor was bestowed during his meeting with Bhutan's King Jigme Kheser Namgyel Wangchuk in Thimphu, marking the first day of his two-day visit to the state. A magnitude 6.4 earthquake struck Indonesia's Java island located in the capital Jakarta. The quake, with a depth of approximately 8 kilometers, occurred off Java's northern coast near Beavan Island around 3:52 p.m. Fortunately, there were no immediate reports of damage or injuries and no tsunami warnings was issued. India and Mauritania recently held their inaugural Foreign Office consultation in Nouakchott. Co-chaired by the high-ranking officials from both countries, the discussions focused on bilateral, region and global issues, highlighting their commitment to the cooperation.
इस तरह आरकेडीएफ विश्वविद्यालय राज्य और देश के आधुनिक और उच्च विश्वविद्यालयों में से एक है। आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी RKDF University, a world-class university. Education glorifies nation.
Indonesia's coast witnesses a tragic event as dozens of Rohingya refugees are feared dead or missing following a boat capsizing. Urgent rescue efforts are emphasized by the UNHRC, expressing concerns for survivors. Indonesian rescuers paused their search while survivors, estimating around 150 people on board, await assistance. The BJP has released its fourth list of 15 candidates for the Lok Sabha elections in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. The candidates have been named for various parliamentary constituency in Tamil Nadu covering different regions. Arun Singh, the National General Secretary, unveiled that the list following BJP's Central Election Commission meeting. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has been remanded to ED custody until March 28 by the Rouse Avenue Court. The Directorate of Enforcement arrested Kejriwal in connection with the alleged Delhi liquor policy case. Senior advocates Abhishek Manu Singhvi, Vikram Chaudhary and Ramesh Gupta represented Kejriwal, while ASG SV Raju and Special Counsel Zohaib Hussain appeared for the probe agency. After a 4-year halt due to COVID-19 pandemic, Jawaharlal Nehru University witnessed a high voter turnout of around 73% in its student union election. The polling percentage surpassed the previous election's turnout of 67.8% in 2019. Despite a delayed start of over 1.5 hours, polling began at 10:45 a.m. and continued beyond the scheduled time of 5:30 p.m. Supporters of various political groups were seen chanting slogans and dancing outside polling booths before voting commenced. Tata Group owned Air India faces a penalty of Rs 80 lakh imposed by Directorate General of Civil Aviation for violation of regulation pertaining to flight duty time limitation and fatigue management system of flight crew. In a statement, DGCA said to ensure a high level of safety in aviation, it conducted a spot audit of Air India Limited in the month of January this year for verifying the regulatory compliances by the operator in respect to FDTL and FMS regulations. The Bharatiya Janata Party in Himachal Pradesh convened a legislature party meeting to strategize for upcoming Lok Sabha elections. Coinciding with the meeting, 3 independent MLAs KL Thakur from Nalagarh, Hoshiar Singh from Dehra and Ashish Sharma from Hamirpur resigned from the Himachal Pradesh State Assembly with rumours suggesting their intention to join the BJP. The meeting, chaired by the MLA Vipin Singh Parmar, aimed to discuss electoral strategies amidst the evolving political landscape in the state. 3 candidates have been named by the Samajwadi Party for the upcoming by-polls in Uttar Pradesh. Avdesh Kumar Verma will contest from Dadrol, Rakesh Yadav from Gansari and Vijay Singh Gond from Dudhi. The party's headquarters in Lucknow disclosed this information. Additionally, the Samajwadi Party terminated its alliance with Apna Dal on Thursday, citing prolonged public disagreements between the partners.